How does love want to flow through me? How does life want to flow through me? Moment to moment to moment. I get to do that through this human body. I get to do it. I get to do it through my pattern responses. I get to do it through my habitual, ways of being. I get to flow love through me in that way. And that's part of our perfection, right? That's part of our perfection. That is our perfection. I had this beautiful experience once meditating on wounds. So this is similar to the conversation that we had with Robert Orhado, as well as we talked about Chiron. We talked about wounds, like these wounds that just seemingly never heal, right? Or we seemingly never heal might not be a word for you. Alchemize them or shift them or transform them. They're just like, oh, you're kidding me. I'm just in the spiral of just deepening into the thing. And we spoke about perfectionism and like, wow, I want to be perfected. And this is just a part of our humanness, and it's okay that we desire this. It's okay, but it a lot of times doesn't really get us anywhere. If you remember the Chiron myth, he was set free the moment he fucking surrendered to it. Instead of trying to find the perfection, instead of trying to heal, how do I heal? He just went, I'm surrendering over to it. And that's when he was liberated. That's when he was set free. And to feel into that for ourselves. So for me, I've had many of these experiences, working in all of these different energies, but one experience that I want to share with you that was so profound and gift-filled for me was I was working with some sort of a family pattern. I can't remember what it was. Some sort of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree kind of a thing. I was in there and I was like, oh God, this is, but I don't want to, right? All the humanness, and again, having compassion for that and going, we get to do this. We get to journey this way. We get to allow soul to move through these things. And I'll explain that in a second. But I'm in this place, and maybe you can relate. So think about a time when you're just like, I don't want to be like my parents, or like, can't this thing just stop coming around? Like, how is it that I'm still working on boundaries? How is it that I'm still working on keeping my heart open? How is it that I'm still working on jealousy or sister wound or the masculine? How is it that come on, right? You can probably relate to that probably on numerous occasions if you've been walking this awakening path for any amount of time. But what came was the way that light and soul and grace moves through us as individuals. I'll just say it about me because it was a personal experience for me. And so in the practice, it was, I'm in that space and I'm arguing. I'm like, okay, be compassionate, Sabrina. It's not about perfection. It's about surrendering over to it. And what happened for me was the way that light wants to move through you and love, the way that we are designed as humans embodying divinity, expressing love, expressing soul, expressing God or spirit. It flows through us, and it is these very things that create the kaleidoscope of light that is unique to each one of us. So in that experience, it was this, I had tears in my eyes and just love for how it works, for how us humans, in our humanness, we express spirit through us. We express life through us. We express love through us. It's how we serve. We serve through our cracks. We serve through the bent bits. We serve through them. We don't serve after they're gone. We serve right through them. We serve through them. And that's a beautiful practice that you could do, a beautiful meditation that you could do, is instead of, okay, let me heal my broken heart. Let me fix my throat chakra so that it's open. Let me, bring more awareness to my lower chakras. Let me heal whatever, fix whatever, alchemize whatever, right? No, right now, in this moment, you are enough. You are enough. You are enough, right? You are enough. All you need to do is open up that channel. Open up that channel. That's it. That's it. Open up that channel and let that light, that love, that soul, that divinity, that spirit express through you. Through the cracks, through the kinks, through the crevices, through the seemingly not perfect places. And that is the perfect kaleidoscope that you are. That is the perfect kaleidoscope that you are, with all of your foibles, all of your past experiences, all of your Chiron wounds, all of it, all of it, all of it, right? So what if it's not this addiction to constantly processing, constantly, and heck, you know me and you know my work, and that is valuable stuff. That is valuable stuff. For me, that has been invaluable in my life because it allows me to stay open more often and for longer periods of time. It allows me to stay open more often and for longer periods of time, right? But the other practice is, instead of constantly digging in, constantly processing, constantly doing shadow work, constantly trying to heal, constantly trying to alchemize, just open the channel and fucking serve. Open the channel and let love and let light flow through you to serve the moment. Right? That to me, and you can just do that practice. Let me give you the practice for it. So you standing always moves energy. I shouldn't say always, more often than not. It moves energy more when we're standing and we have full access to allowing everything to move. We have breath open and available. We have movement open and available, sound, visualization, energetic intention, and touch open and available. I'm like, wait, what's number 6? Those are the 6 tools we work with. So you want to have all of that open. You have complete freedom here. Complete freedom here. When doing embodiment practices, you have complete freedom. Your way will be your way, and it'll be different to my way. Try new things because it will expand your capacity, of course. Go like, well, I'm not a sounder. I used to say that too. I am definitely a sounder. I just didn't have that online, right? I always, those of you who were with me in workshops a few years ago, you would hear me always say, I'm not a seer. I don't see a lot of things. Things are not very visual. Well, bullshit. That's shifted, right? So let's just be true to who we are, but also be open to that changing. That's everything we're talking about today. Be true to who we are, but be so open to changing. We don't have to get habitualized. We don't have to get patterned responses. We don't have to get stuck in the same old rut, right? So practice is you have complete freedom to move, breathe, sound, all of those things that I just talked about, those 6. And you breathe open, you open up the crown, you open up, actually my root chakra is opening up in this moment too. So feel your crown, top of your head, feel your root chakra, and just breathe them open. Breathe them open. One might be opening more than the other. Trust that. They both might be opening. Go wherever you're called to. If both are opening, beautiful. If one is opening, that's perfect. Doesn't matter. And then as you open them, open the whole of this central channel, right? That central channel, there's a column that runs down from the top of your head down to the base of your spine. Open that central channel, breathe it open, sound it open, move your hands up and down it, visualize it, energetically intend. You just breathe that open. And now call in soul energy. So when you call in soul energy, you can call it up from beneath, right? That's typically considered the feminine way. You can call it down from above. That's typically considered the masculine way. You don't have to get stuck in those words. I call it the heights and the depths so that we don't get stuck in gender stuff, but just call soul in, call your spirit in, right? Call your essence in, just call your essence in, call it in. Oftentimes, simply calling our essence in, calling our soul in filling our body with soul, with our essence, with our true self, with our spirit self, simply doing that oftentimes alchemizes these very things that we've been talking about. Oftentimes shifts them, heals them, these very things we've been talking about. So instead of having to, journal for 8 years about mom, right? Or dive deep and oh, I need to see all of the past lives I've ever had associated with mom. Now, I'm not saying that those practices aren't beautiful, but it's just what serves. And let's be open to it looking different. We are in new energy at the moment. Not at the moment. We are in very new energy. We've been moving into new energy. Our collective human consciousness is very different. You can read the scientific studies on this. Our consciousness is different. Our bodies are different. Our beings are different. What worked last year is different this year. Might not work the same this year. Let's also be open to new sacred technologies coming in. I love the ancients. I love it. I think we stand on their shoulders. I love the ancient practices. I love the wisdom keepers. I am in deep reverence to them. Deep reverence to them. But let's also be open to new technologies coming in, new ways happening, new ways of healing things that are like this, that are like that. The blink of an eye, instead of 8 years of journaling and conversations about mom. And again, I'm not saying that those things aren't valuable and useful and still completely relevant to the moment. I'm not saying that. What I'm inviting us to do is open up to both and feel and let ourselves live from this place of what is true. What is true? Go back to that practice. What is true? What is true? What is true? What is true in this moment? 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 And let us be open to more, right? Let us be open to more. Let us be open to it being different. Let us be open to new teachings coming in, new teachers coming in, new circles coming in, new practices coming in, whether they come in from physical, tangible sources or they come in from energetic teachers, right? They come in from the teacher within. They come in, however they're coming in. May we be open. May we be open, and may we continue to be curious, and may we really hold ourselves to that fire, right? That fire of truth. May we call ourselves in, right? May we call ourselves in and go, shit, I'm cheating the moment. There's something truer here. There's something deeper and truer here. What is it? I'm feeling for what it is now. So in this moment, it's this for me. And it's, for those of you maybe on the audio and not the video, it's just a flood of grace, of light, of, it's hard to explain. Just grace, I call it probably grace flood, just a flood, like a waterfall of light and love just pouring into my crown, just pouring in. And it, obviously, if you haven't picked up on this yet, it brings with it so much bliss and so much love and so much reverence, just so much reverence for life, I don't know if that's the right word. See, I just caught myself, I'm cheating the moment. I find it so funny when I get put on display like this. So if I'm cheating the moment and then I go, okay, what's true? And it's so much reverence for the divine. It's that word. Just what's there is, it is beyond words that I can find in this moment. I so very much invite you to, let me feel for the truth again quick. if it feels right, to just open your crown and let that pour in and down into your heart. Like if in this moment it feels right, you can feel into me. You are so very welcome to. You can go find the video of this, because sometimes you can feel more if you can see. The video is always on YouTube, just or in links below the podcast if you're listening on audio. But just to just feel and let that grace flood happen to whatever degree, without attachment to it looking like it looks like for me, right? So to bring it full circle, to not have the attachment of, oh, well, it doesn't look as profound as it looks for Sabrina. No, right? It's just, you just go into a state of surrender. Okay, Sabrina just gave me this amazing invitation to open up to a fucking grace flood, to open up to a grace flood, right? And just, here it is. It's coming in this moment for a reason while you're here with me. It's not coming when I'm in meditation later. It's come for a reason, and you're listening to this or watching this in this moment for a reason. Right? Enough of the skeptical stuff that gets in the way too. Enough of the skepticism. Just get out of the way. Just get out of the way. Like, be curious. Like, I don't know. I've never felt a grace flood like that. Maybe you have 1,000,000 times. Maybe this one will bring you someplace different. And you just, okay, what's here for me? And you just open up that space between your heart and your crown, and you just see if there's this high vibrating love light, high grace-filled energy that wants to pour in. Whew. It is an absolute honor to be here doing this with you. Thank you for all that you bring. I will see you when I see you, where I see you, and how I see you. Mwah.